Yo, what's going on, boys and girls? It's your boy Too Lazy for Life, back at it again with Steins Gate. We're on episode 6. Last episode was the one where things finally picked up and we actually got to learn some interesting facts about this company, this organization, CERN, and what they've been up to for the last 40 years. We finally got some moving forward, some critical development to the plot, to the storyline, because man, have the last 4 episodes just been dragged out full of random pointless filler talks between all of these random assortment of characters of the show that I don't really give a shit about right now. And you know, it's just not my cup of tea. Okay, just seeing all of this slice of life shit that has no real contribution to the storyline, or at least I don't think so anyways, based on everything, the majority of what these characters have exchanged dialogues with each other so far for the past 4 episodes. They literally didn't, mention anything of valuable importance. I mean, sure, you can introduce the characters, the cast, to the audience, but it doesn't take 4 freaking episodes to do so. The amount of excess, pointless filler that I could pick out from the past 4 episodes, I could go on for like a 2-hour rant about that. But we've managed to pick out some interesting, critical key point facts to move the plot forward a little bit over these past 4 and now 5 episodes. And the last one was the critical one. Alright, they've got the machine. They deciphered all of the encoded reports from 40 years ago by that organization, thanks to the computer special program that all of the reports were initially made from and therefore could only be read from. And they found out about these time-traveling human experiments that have gone on. And man, was that creepy. That whole last bit of that last episode was some real creepy pasta, man. So, yeah. So we found out that time travel is indeed possible. And humans time traveling so far based on that company's experiments have failed miserably. They've all turned into green goo. But it looks like the mad scientist now has dropped some fighting words, alright? Dropped some big, ambitious words. The main mad scientist male character wants to build a time machine before CERN and make it work before CERN. And he's going to do that with his freaking microwave. Well, we're going to see how that turns out, okay? So, without further ado, guys, episode 6 in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm surprised that satellite only caused that much damage. Right? That thing should have crashed and exploded like a fucking nuclear bomb on the fucking city, not just make a little dent on the top of the roof of a apartment store, man. I was thinking that. Hey! Hey! The email that left through time! Yo! Time leap. Time leap. Even I got that reference, and I didn't even watch the fucking stuff when it was current. I've only been catching up in the last 9 months. They're gonna call it D-mail? Bro, D-mail? Yeah, gonna send you some dick pics back through time, huh?
さあ助手早くバナナを中へ。バナナを中へ。いい加減にしろ、この変態。今だ。バナナはゲルバナになったね。おお。成功だ。受信日時は5日前。マキセ氏、2通送った？1通だけ。2通に分割されてる。シャイニングフィンガーではないか。なんだ？オカリン。そちらのエロい、セクシーな3次元の女性はどなたでありますか？ふむ、紹介しよう。シャイニングフィンガー、桐生萌香だ。よろしく、桐生。3次元に希望を持っていた時期が僕にもありました。データは十分取れたし、E メールの法則についても大体分かったからいいけど。何？
Please explain. Each second represents an hour back in time.
いつ送るか調整できるの発見したのはすごくね。だが送れる文字数は英文で最大36文字、日本文で18文字だ。2010年8月2日は人類史にとって永遠に記憶に残る日になるであろう。なぜならこの日、我ら未来ガジェット研究所は人類史上初のタイムマシン開発に成功したからである。初じゃなくね？セルに先越されてたしな。そもそも開発したとは言えない。偶然使えるようになっただけ。どいつもこいつも俺の堂々たる宣言に敬意すら払わんとは。でもオカリン、実験がうまくいってよかったね。永遠は無限ではない。永遠に向かって時間が忍ばされようとも終わりは1秒後はいつやってくる。前を向いて、たどり着いて、振り返ってはいけない。なぜメールする？目の前にいるのに。見ないぞ、直接言え。見せるのはいいが、こんな朝っぱらから来るとは。そうか、貴様本当の狙いはこの俺の取材だな。なぜ喋らない？なるほど、そういうことか。しかし見せるだけだ。そして見たら帰るのだ。それでいいか？こいつもしかしてただのレトロ PC マニアか？俺の顔以外だ。もし取ったらお前の口封じをするしかの。残念ながらダメだ。そもそも俺も一時的に借りただけだ。使い終わったら元の所有者に返すことになる。元の所有者って柳林神社だ。グーテンモルゲン。確か昨日の桐生氏？そうそう、それより電話レンジちょっと改良しようと思うんだよね。今結構めんどい手順が必要じゃん。D メールを過去に送るのにさ。なんでもない。
Hey, why would you blur that out? I want to see what that said.
と言ったのだ。タイムマシン実験する前にマユシンの唐揚げ
Way to keep a secret, guys.
俺だ。まずいことになった。いや、そうじゃない。8号機の情報が第三者に漏れた。ああ、分かった。どういう状況？僕たち全員華麗にする？食い止める。機関に知られるわけにはいかん。通話中にメールを送るな！え？秘密を知られたからには仕方がない。桐生萌香、貴様は今日からラボメンナンバー005だ。おお。
Man, those are some real small A-cup tits, huh? Fucking flat as an ironing board. Meanwhile, you got other shows with 16-year-old girls with like tits the size of a Holstein cow. Alright guys, alright, I'll give the show that. You have my attention now. I am interested. You have piqued my interest. Alright, you caught my attention, but you had initially my attention, but now you have my full interest, or whatever the fuck that saying is. Alright, but it's been a long, slow grind to get to this point. Alright, but we finally reached a stage where an episode can go by and I'm actually somewhat fully engaged and hooked as to what the characters are saying. They've figured out that their microwave is indeed a time machine, and they've now worked out the mechanics, you know, the rules of the time machine, how it operates. 1 second in real life is 1 hour back in time. Like, what the fuck is this? Inception? Oh my god. So they're now gonna try and send stuff back in time and see where it ends up, huh? Yeah, because from all of the time travel stuff that I've already watched in the past, right? Messing around with time sure isn't going to lead to any negative repercussions and consequences when you're trying to, you know, fuck around with the space-time continuum. That's sure not going to lead to so many bad things that's going to happen. But I don't see what's the point. Why are they making the time machine again? Like, so what is the plan right now? Taita's plan was to stop CERN from taking over the world in 2036 with apparently nuclear warfare, and it was a post-apocalyptic environment at that time, so he needed to stop CERN from ever getting total scientific technology dominance, right? But what the fuck's this mad scientist Hyomo, or whatever his name is, Okabe? Okay, so what's his motive? Is he just gonna make a time machine just for the sake of it? He wants to beat CERN at making a time machine in time, but is he actually gonna go back in time and stop CERN from this inevitable nuclear war post-apocalyptic environment that's gonna occur in 2036? Like, I don't know what his plan is right now, and then he's just brought in all of these random assortment of characters, become his lab assistants, and I don't know what their roles to play are, like, in the grand scheme of things so far. It just looks like a random assortment of characters. 1 fat dude, and 3 now. It used to be 2, but now 3 pretty damn cute waifus. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, even that glasses girl, pretty damn hot. Especially them long, just naked, fully exposed, sexy-ass, slender legs, man. Oh, man. Just I can feel for that fat guy. Alright, just I would coom all over the place at the sight of them bare naked legs, man. So, this episode, I mean, it was interesting, but I don't feel like there was anything worth talking about. Right? They just continued experimenting with the time machine, and they realized it works, and they've now fine-tuned it to you know, some technicalities, numerical details as to how it works, and you know, what are the rules and constraints and whatever with character limits of the emails being sent back in time, and you know, the whole seconds to hours sort of thing. And then also the guy had some kind of mushroom trip at the end there, being sent through a black hole, being talked to by some omnipotent, you know, ethereal being through the space-time continuum about, you know, you're having fun there messing around with time, right? But for every second you guys are messing around with, it's an eternity for me. Who is this me that we're talking about? Some distant voice saying that basically you guys messing around with time for your own amusement is causing eternal suffering for someone else down the line. Oh, that sounds very familiar, doesn't it? Sounds like the girl who leapt through time. Also, the fact that they referenced it, right? The fat guy referenced it, man. Calling out leapt through time. Hey, I got that reference even though I watched that fucking movie like 10 years too late. Even I'm now very well read in that aspect and managed to pick up that Easter egg, alright? That callback, that reference. That was pretty cool. But yeah, like the mad scientist seems to feel like, you know, a bit guilty when looking at you know, the girl in the blue outfit. I don't know what's up with that. It's like, is she some kind of innocent childhood friend that the mad scientist doesn't want her to get involved with all of his crazy ass schemes or something? So I don't know why he looks so sad and, you know, somewhat of a, you know, sort of guilty, depressed looking face when she said, hey, at least your microwave works now, right? So it seems like, you know, everything's going according to plan, and then he didn't seem happy about that. He seemed rather sad about it. I don't know what that's about, but we have to wait and see and find out. Alright, so that's all of my thoughts, guys, for episode 6 of Steins Gate. It was a very good episode, alright? We're getting there. We're starting to move forward with the story, and I'm now all in for this, alright? I can feel that hook. That much needed desperate hook to anchor me to this series, to make me feel like make me want to get up in the morning and look forward to, you know, putting in another episode into my media player and sit through another 24 minutes of this show. It's now got me that hook. Alright, the first 4 episodes definitely didn't give me that. Took till episode 5 until I finally got reeled in and secured. And yeah, I'm all up for it. Alright, I'm all up for it. So guys, thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Join the Discord server, link is given in the video description down below. Also, if you got any spare time to kill, just click on show more of my video descriptions, right? And read that very lengthy and comprehensive guide as to the Too Lazy for Life network. If you want to become a fully dedicated member of my community, feel free to just check out that description, have a browse as to all those links, and just become yourself fully immersed and fully well read as to, you know, me and my business and the whole Too Lazy for Life infrastructure. Alright guys, I very much appreciate it if you do that for me, if you really want to go that extra mile and become a dedicated supporter of mine, as well as signing up on Patreon, where you can unlock all of my full uncut and edited reactions that you'll not find anywhere else. Alright guys, big massive shout out to all of my existing patrons right now supporting me on the platform. And last but not least, once again, one big massive shout out to the one responsible for Steins Gate on cycle 5. Alright guys, Eden's Musketeer, thank you mate so much for your patronage and support. And Steins Gate, okay, the first 4 episodes, mate, it was a real snooze fest, not gonna lie, but I'm starting to see now the appeal. All right, it's starting to get interesting, and yeah, okay. It seems like your choice wasn't that bad after all. Okay, it looks like it might actually be worth it for me to sit through this for 2 months in the end, and it looks like it might actually turn out to be a pretty good show. All right, for now. All right, we're not gonna be able to, you know, tell whether this show is gonna car crash to the next universe until we get onto the later episodes. But for now, it looks like it's gonna do okay. That's it, guys. That's all of my thoughts for episode 6 of Steins Gate. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time for episode 7. But until then, that's it from your boy. Bye for now!